The other day I was having a conversation with a good friend of mine, and it was at a point in his life where he was struggling a little bit, not so much financially, but more so with just his own thoughts. More specifically, just not feeling that he was doing enough for himself and his family. Again, like I said, it has nothing to do with the finances. The guy's well off financially, every other aspect in his life. And he even admitted to this being his own fault. Putting too much attention into one area and not being able to spread it out to other things that are probably more important than that one. Mainly family and just being able to unwind and relax, enjoy his life and the little things that to make of it. A lot of times, we as human beings, we forget the things that built us and created who we became because we got so focused on our goals. Not all our goals in life are money goals, our monetary purposes, which is fine, it's just great, money solves a lot of problems in life. But I can remember, again, what am I, 37 years old, about 14 years ago, when I had that rock bottom point in my life where I had a whole new perspective on the outlook of things that I was doing. Again, that goes back to my day in car sales when I had a huge month. I'm talking, I made $10,000 that month, or I would have made $10,000 that month. But that night of the last day of the month, we went out to celebrate having a great month. We were out drinking and doing things that younger people tend to do in celebration. It was a lot of fun until that awakening where you see the red and blue lights in the rearview mirror and everything changes immediately. Then, that night I was arrested. I was taken in. Luckily, nobody was hurt, including other people, myself. So, the next morning, I don't know if any of you have ever experienced that, but the next morning, they let you go. I didn't do any crimes. Obviously, I was drinking and driving, and they put you in what's called the drunk tank just so you sober up. They send you on your way. They send me on my way about 6 in the morning, and I don't know who about you, but after drinking all night, you don't wake up at 6 in the morning perky and ready to start your day, broad-chested and blue-eyed. You're a little groggy, you're a little still unaware. So I'm sitting here walking to my house, which is about 4 miles away from, where I was taken. And I'm having a self-reflection like any other I've ever experienced in my life. I'm sitting here walking down the street. People are getting their morning coffee and starting their day, and I'm sitting here wearing the same thing I was wearing the night before. My hair was messed up, just feeling garbage. And I'm sitting here looking at these people, wishing that I could take back the last 5 hours and just go back on this path that I was on, of being normal and enjoying my days. And it was that very moment where I realized the little things that I've been experiencing in my life really came into perspective when I had nothing. For that moment, I had nothing, because everything that I had done up until that point was a lot of hard work, a lot of trial and error. And for it to all be put in front of my face in one flash and then pulled out from under me. Because the 2 months to follow that, I lost my job, I lost my apartment, I had my car repoed. All of these things happened in a 60-day period. That's the ultimate rock bottom. It was a really big slap in the face, but it was also a great thing that happened to me. It was my epiphany. It made me understand and realize all the things that I've been taking for granted over my life were the things that mattered the most. There was only two things you can do when you experience that point of life. Is you can either learn and grow from it, or you can just let it become who you are. Self-doubt, self-pity. And now this is who you've become because you let it overcome your mind. We all have those two choices once we get into that path where it just can't get any worse. That's what we're telling ourselves. Or you can take this lesson and you can apply it to the future. You can walk into life with a new set of eyes, with a new perspective in life, knowing that I've experienced the worst thing that could have happened to me, minus death. I'm going to rebuild from this. I'm strong. I'm tough. Otherwise, my mind would let me just sink into the quicksand and my life would just wither away. Self-pity. I'm a victim now. No, you have to make sure that you tuck your tail back between your legs, puff your chest out, and realize we have one life. I made it. You know how the odds are of you being born from the day you were conceived from your parents to the day that you came out, God forbid that you had a health condition, for the most part you came out healthy, that itself was a battle. You made it. You got life. You were given life. We cannot take it for granted, not one day, because one day it may be that one day where everything changes. Every day has to matter. You're treating people around you as if it's the last time you're ever going to see them. I treat people around me as if it's the first time I've ever seen them, whether I've known them for 10 years or not. It's just a great feeling to have right here inside in your heart. Yeah, the money is great, but it does not make who we are as people. Our experiences do. And how we conduct ourselves through those experiences dictates who we become. You want to become something great, you take the worst moments in your life, you turn them into a success story. Some of my mentors came from the worst of the worst. They could have easily thrown the towel in and said, a good life is not for me. My parents didn't have a good life. My family around me did not have a good life. I'm not going to have a good life. That mentality is something that you put onto yourself, because we all have the opportunity. We got to make sure that we rewire our brain daily, because the struggles don't stop. You know what I'm saying? We're going to continue to go forward, but you're still going to have to slip punches every now and then. It's going to happen. Life's not easy. If it was, we'd all be successful. That's just not how it works. And success doesn't always equate to money. Success equates to when you look in the mirror every morning. Are you happy with who you are, with the people around you, the place that you put yourself in life? If you can answer yes to that, you've won. You've won, and you should be proud. You should be proud of the person that you've become. Don't let anybody ever dictate who you are. I don't care. Nobody's going to be able to tell you who you're going to become. That's just not how it works. You're the person. You are a beholder of your own life. So do exactly that. I made it to the gym. I just wanted to share with you how I grew from my rock bottom. And I've been able to help people around me that are experiencing their rock bottom, if similar to mine or not, because I know what it felt like here. I know what it felt like here to feel like you're just the worst of the worst as far as pointing your life and throwing the towel in, because it's easy to do that. Don't do that. Turn it around. Shape up. You know, you're worth more than that. You're worth more than that to a lot of people as well. Family, friends, wife, kids. Everybody matters, and everybody is there for a specific purpose. Open your eyes. Open your eyes, be aware of your surroundings, and understand what it all means, because it all means something. Take care of yourself, not just with your physical health, but also with your mind, because your mind is your strongest weapon, or it's your worst enemy. I'll talk to you guys soon.